Alrighty then, good morning ladies and gentlemen. Today is Monday the 25th of February 2019. On today's show, it is my intention to keep this under 10 minutes. FYI, I'm not in the best mood today, so that's why I'm going to keep it short. And also, if I'm grumpy, that explains it. So we're going to go through the normal process. I'm going to try and sell you some of my online courses for crypto investors. That makes me money by helping you make money. That's the win-win right there. Then we'll move on to the BTC chart, the weekend pump and dump as I'm calling it. I put on another short trade. I got liquidated completely by a whipsaw up and then down. That's why I've called this video. The chart shows that I was right to be short, but I still lost money because of the volatility and I got whipsawed out. That's basically it. I'll go through the detail of that in a second. Ethereum turned around within $3 of my expectations. I've got a channel and a resistance point. And I had it at 167, actually hit $170 before turning around. Then I'll share with you a new way of looking at market cap with TradingView. And then I'll tell you how I'm designing a new trading system around the TD sequential indicator. So that's what we're going to do in under 10 minutes. There's already 1 minute gone, so let's get into it. First of all, coupon code down in the video description, 50% off my online courses for crypto investors. One person per day can use it. And it gets you 50% off your monthly tuition. So head on over to the link in the video description, use today's coupon code. The first person to use it gets it. Second person tries to use it, it will say invalid coupon code. Moving on, let's go to the BTC chart on the 1 day, according to the Coinbase feed. Let's do this. So we're back in the downtrending channel, basically. If you've been following my analysis, let's widen this a little bit. We've got the major downtrending channel in yellow, we've got the short-term downtrending channel in white, and we pumped out of it and then we've dumped right back into it again. Like I said, gravity always takes over, i.e. the major trend direction will resume unless you get some serious power to the upside. So this is why I was taking short trades, because the wind is blowing downwards. Taking long trades, in my view, not a good idea, until it decidedly turns into a bull market. So the volume on the dump day, unfortunately, was higher than the pump days. So look at this. This is the Coinbase feed. We actually did look at the volume on the pump days. Volume was falling, and then when it dumped, it was like 17,000 Bitcoin on Coinbase on that day. So more confidence in the dump than the pump. That's what I'm looking at. I did say the volume needed to maintain in order for the rally to continue. Volume didn't continue, therefore the rally didn't continue. So looking at the 80-day cycle, I've actually plotted the 90-day cycle from the 15th of December where we hit a low. I've actually put a little arrow on here that says, is this the final low of the bear market? Question mark. We'll see. This is the current low in the 90-day cycle, 80-day cycle. It's not always 80 days. The high price I've picked out here from the 24th of December, which is pretty close. That's around 39.44. 39.44. We've actually hit a higher point than that now. That's interesting, isn't it? Is that the high from yesterday was 41.88? Fascinating. Nope, sorry, 41.88. You know, the previous high was 42.39. I didn't have my mouse in the right place. So that means the 80-day cycle high remains at 42.39, which is the horizontal dotted line I've got here, along with the yellow arrow. So timing-wise, it looks like 3,128 by the end of the 80-day cycle low, which is around I've got it 15th of March because the Weiss cryptocurrency algorithm is timing the 80-day cycle low around the 15th of March, which to me, if the price follows this downtrending channel in white, it coincides with the 15th of March about the previous low, which is 31.28. If the price follows the channel, but never bet on anything someone says on YouTube. Bet only on your own analysis, because no YouTuber is going to make you whole again if you trade on their advice and you lose money. So don't do that. Just bet on your own advice and then take responsibility for your wins and losses. Don't abdicate it to anybody else. All right, on the 4-hour chart then, let's just have a quick look here. 4-hour chart, it was a flag pattern that resolved in the pump and dump. There it is, flag, massive old pump up. It wasn't massive, but it went all the way up to 41.88 and then we dumped right down back inside the channel. And as you can see from the 4-hour chart, we are now inside the channel, top of the channel, providing resistance. So, gonna need some more power to get back out again. Someone in the chat says Elliott Wave, absolutely. See a price of $2,000 USD. Well, that's actually what the Weiss algorithm is sort of predicting as well, a potential low of this bear market around about 15th of March of 2K, which is why I was looking to short, but didn't pan out entirely. So let's look at the BitMEX chart real quick, because then I'll explain how I got whipsawed out of a trade, which is annoying. But it's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So back to the chart. This is XBT on BitMEX against the US dollar. If we take a look at the 1 hour chart here, I'm doing this real quick because I'm trying to keep it under 10 minutes. We've got 5 minutes in so far. So the long and the short of it was, during this consolidation phase, I was short. When it pumped, I had a stop loss at $4,030 because I was betting that 4,000 would provide resistance. It didn't. We pumped way out of it. I got stopped out, and then we whipsawed right back down again. So I had the direction right, but the rally to 41.87 took me out, and then it dumped. So that would have been a profitable trade, but I hit my maximum risk at $4,030. That's why I wanted to be out, because it could have rallied on since then. So sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. You get it right, but you still lose money. So there we go. The volatility stopped me out. Moving on to Ethereum real quick here. Ethereum USD. There we go. Ethereum USD. Let's do the 1 day chart on Ethereum USD. Here it is. Ethereum USD. If you've been following my analysis, I was looking at this line of resistance on the 1 day chart. Bitfinex price, $167 is what I called it as the previous high here. We did $170 high, and now we've pulled right back into the channel once again. Almost, well, over halfway back through the channel. So that's interesting. The high was 170. High volume on the dump candle. Look at that. On Bitfinex, much higher volume on the dump candle than any candle in the last several weeks. So more confidence in the dump than the pump once again. So moving on then, a new way of looking at market cap. So on TradingView, you've seen me use this before, which is the actual ticker symbol is total. So this is the total market cap of the whole crypto space, and sometimes I do a technical analysis on this, right? But there's another one called total number 2. This is basically the total market cap of cryptos excluding Bitcoin. And what we could use this for is to spot Bitcoin and altcoin cycles. So this shows market cap excluding Bitcoin. So it looks at the other half of the market that isn't Bitcoin market cap. Now, I don't have any analysis on this yet. I'm just sharing it with you so you can add it to your charts. And well, the only thing I do notice here is that the 80-day exponential moving average is providing support right there, and there, which is yesterday. We pulled above it, gravity pulled us back down under it, and now it's providing some decent resistance. So add that to your charts. Could be interesting to see this cycle between, risk on and risk off behavior from Bitcoin and altcoin cycles. Finally, new trading system I'm designing after I visited an old friend of mine from uni who's quite an active crypto trader. He's been using the Tom DeMark sequential indicator for about a year, and every time I go and see him, he talks to me about it, and I'm no expert in that at all. I'm aware of it because it's one of those favorites on Wall Street, but it just never got my attention until I went to see him on Thursday. I think it was last week, and something about it got my attention. I'm like, I actually quite like this. I guess I'd learned a bit about it every time I went to see him. I thought, well, I actually quite like this. I'm going to start learning it and also design a trading system around it. So he's not a content creator, by the way. He just trades. So that's what he does most of the time, as well as running his online businesses. So his use of the TD indicator basically persuaded me to design a new trading system around it. So look out for me joining the TD sequential indicator club in upcoming videos as I start to use that in my analysis as well, and as I learn more about it. So also, if you find me saying things like "let's see what Tom says," because it's Tom DeMark was the creator of it. If I say Tom says this, Tom says that, I'm talking about the TD sequential indicator, right? So you might have seen this. Tone Vays uses this. So just quickly, if I go back to the charts real quick, if I turn it on, I had it off because otherwise that would confuse everybody. But this is the Tom DeMark sequential counter system, where the never mind how it works. We'll get into that later. But you'll have seen this on Tone Vays' chart. This is the Tom DeMark sequential indicator. And so this is what I'm going to start learning to use and also design a trading system around. So look out for that in upcoming videos. And if I say Tom says this, Tom says that, I'm talking about that indicator. Okay, 9 minutes 25 seconds. Got to play out now because I said 10 minutes. Thanks for joining me today. If you liked this episode, go ahead, hit the like button. If you really liked it, hit subscribe. Check out my online courses. Someone used the coupon code for 50% off. Just go to cryptoasset.school, check the video description for the coupon code, 50% off your monthly subscription. You can also support me by going to thecryptoverse.show, clicking on support the show and becoming a patron. We have 64 patrons right now, pledging $396. That is saving my ass. in the crypto bear market, considering YouTube is paying me next to nothing in YouTube advertising. That's all I've got for you today. I'll be back with the next episode of the Cryptoverse. So until then, it's me, Chris Coney, saying bye for now.